Welcome back. Before we start our deep dive into today's topic, please take a second to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a technical breakdown. It really helps the channel grow. Apache Websh is a powerful Apache module that allows you to execute shell scripts directly through web requests. It bridges the gap between web technologies and system-level scripting, making it a valuable tool for developers and system administrators alike. Whether you're automating server tasks or building custom admin tools, Websh provides the flexibility you need. Apache Websh is more than just a convenience tool, it's a bridge between the web and the system. It allows you to trigger complex shell scripts using simple HTTP requests, making it ideal for automating server maintenance, monitoring, and even integrating legacy tools into modern workflows. When a request is made to a Websh-enabled endpoint, Apache Websh intercepts it, executes the associated shell script in a secure environment, and returns the output. This process is streamlined for performance, while sandboxing ensures that only authorized scripts can run. Apache Websh is implemented as a module within the Apache HTTP Server. It leverages CGI for request handling and ensures secure execution of scripts through sandboxing. This modular design makes it highly customizable and adaptable to various environments. Setting up Apache Websh involves compiling the module, loading it into Apache, and configuring access controls. It's crucial to define security policies to prevent unauthorized access. Once configured, you can test it with a basic shell script to confirm everything works. Security is paramount when using Apache Websh. You should use .htaccess to control access, limit script execution to specific directories, and enable sandboxing. Logging script executions is also essential for auditing and troubleshooting. Writing your first Websh script is straightforward. Create a shell script, place it in the Websh-enabled directory, and trigger it through a web request. The output will be captured and returned to the client, making it easy to integrate system tasks with web interfaces. One of the most practical uses of Apache Websh is server monitoring. You can create scripts to check disk usage, memory, and other metrics, and trigger alerts via HTTP. These scripts can be integrated into dashboards or scheduled with cron jobs for regular monitoring. Optimizing performance with Apache Websh involves caching frequently used scripts, minimizing execution time, and monitoring resource usage. For long-running tasks, consider using asynchronous execution to avoid blocking the web server. Debugging Websh scripts involves checking Apache error logs, enabling verbose output, and testing scripts locally. It's also important to validate file permissions and paths to ensure scripts execute correctly. Advanced users can leverage environment variables for configuration, chain scripts for complex workflows, and integrate with databases or APIs. Proper error handling ensures scripts run smoothly even in unpredictable conditions. While both Websh and CGI allow server-side scripting, Websh is specifically optimized for shell scripting and offers better sandboxing. CGI, however, supports more languages and has broader adoption. Security should always be a top priority. Never execute untrusted input, use strict access controls, log all executions, and regularly audit your configurations to prevent vulnerabilities. Compared to general-purpose scripting tools, Websh is more lightweight and ideal for system-level tasks. While it may be less flexible, it excels in DevOps automation and server management scenarios. Apache Websh is a powerful tool for integrating shell scripting with web technologies. While it offers great flexibility, security should always be a priority. It's ideal for DevOps automation and system monitoring. For your next steps, consider exploring other Apache modules to expand your capabilities. And that wraps up our explanation. If you found this useful, please hit the like button and share it with a fellow developer. Don't forget to subscribe for more technical tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.